On this video, I'm going to talk about a subject that sometimes people don't like to talk about, or they don't even understand that it has power to be able to talk about this and talk this through with people that they know have been bullied. And that's the subject I'm going to cover today. The reason for this is because I've come across it quite recently with people that I've come into contact with, and they have had bullying in the past, and that's been taken into their now. And when you have that kind of trauma from the past, there's one of two things that can happen. You either take it forward with you and you become that person, you become the bully, you become the one who's obnoxious, or you shrink back and you keep small and you don't step into yourself. And on some occasions, you can get through it and get over it by getting help and talking it through and sharing it with people and understanding that shouldn't be happening and how you can deal with it. And two people that I personally know that have been through bullying. One is myself, although I didn't call it bullying. It just felt very uncomfortable and it felt like the person was being really obnoxious and nasty. And the other one is my son when he was at school. And he didn't tell me about it. He kept very quiet about it. So it's a subject that can come up when you are at school, for sure, because children can be really nasty. Normally, there's a reason. They've been made to feel really small at home, and this is their way of being loud, being bigger, being in control, and making somebody else feel small. Where they've been made to feel small at home, now they've taken on that persona and they are saying nasty things, bad things, making fun of somebody. And that is what happened with my son. And so I don't know how he reacted, but a great way to react in any kind of a situation is not to fight fire with fire, but it is to realize that when somebody is bullying you, what they want is for you to react back and be hurt so that they get an upper level on you. And then you feel smaller. And then each time they come back with something, they feel bigger, they feel stronger, and they're trying to diminish you and squash you and push you down. So, a great way to feel about this is that it's an imbalance for them of feeling like they're in control. And what you can do is to help them feel heard to start with, although that might seem a little bit odd because that's what they're trying to do. But you can talk to them and you can discover what's under the bullying. So you can be inquisitive. So you can call them by their name. You can be inquisitive. I don't know what's happened, but something must have happened to you to make you be like this. But it's not me. I haven't done anything. So there must be something going on with you. And accept what they've said. So it's like if they are being outright like a child and they're saying, oh, you're fat, or you've got a stupid face, or you always look like you don't brush your hair. Oh, well, no problem. You have great hair. You look fantastic. You have great clothes. You've got a great figure. And giving them back something that is nice, giving them back something that comes from a loving place, even though you don't feel loving at that particular point in time, is really good. And this can go through, like I said, not just when you're at school, but this can go through into adulthood as well. And so if you're with a company and there are a lot of high performers and somebody is not feeling like they are showing up as well as others, they're not showing up as well as you are, they're going to want to diminish you if they've had something happen before in their past. If they're feeling strong, they would want to lift you, right? Strong people want to lift others up. It's those who are feeling not as powerful, if they're feeling a little bit weaker, that want to push others down. So they're going to try to make somebody look small and feel small. And coming back with that kindness, coming back with that, what they don't expect you to say, Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I haven't looked at it like that before. Something that will take them by surprise, take them to a different place than they were at, to take them to a different place than that feeling of trauma and hurt that they were coming from. So, what you're doing is not diminishing them, you're diminishing the power that they are trying to have over you. Or the child is then diminishing the power that the other child is trying to have over them. And when we do that, when that happens, if that happens to me again with that person, then what we feel when we do those sorts of things is more confident, for sure. We feel like we have more strength, we're more in control. Our self-worth goes up because we've been more in control of that situation. And we have discovered a way to help the other person not feel bad. Maybe they'll even open up. Maybe they'll come and speak to you another time and just talk things through. But what it will do, especially with a child, is to make the bully leave that person alone. Because they're not getting what they want. They're not getting that fight and making somebody feel smaller. Because actually they're building you up, but actually you feel diminished if you're the bully because they didn't want it like that. They wanted to feel like they were in control, like they were getting one over on you. It's a complicated thing, but actually it's really simple. And of course, this is verbal bullying. If somebody is hitting out and lashing out, that's not bullying. That goes further than bullying, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about bullying through words. Another way that I've recently heard about a way to respond to this is to say something like, oh, well, that's disappointing. I didn't expect you to be like that. So the thought behind the words is, I expected you that were more than that. I expected you were better than that, right? And so you're giving them a compliment that's inside your words, that's subtle, a subtle compliment. And another way to say it is, I don't accept that. You know, if they've told you you've got dust on a rubbish presentation, you are whatever at work, then you can say, I don't actually accept that. I think it was really good. And I'm really proud of that. So I hope this helps in some way, whether it's for you, whether it's for a child, whether you are the child and you're listening in and you are experiencing those things. There are definitely ways that you can help yourself because you're the only one that can. For me, I'm the only one that can do that in that situation. No one can do it for me. It has to be me doing it for myself. And having learned these skills, it's just about putting it into action as and when it happens again. So there'll be another video coming up on screen. I'll see you over there and take that power back in and with empathy, talk to those bullies. Have a most awesome day. Bye for now.